This is the typical DO3 valve, directional control valve, you'll find on an older super shear, one without the cover. The top plate comes off, exposing the connections for where the wires go. We use Northman, Nachi, Rexroth valves over the years. They all connect the same. White wire would go to this terminal here, and if there's a jumper supplied, it'll jump over to the next terminal. We use a white wire in those that did not come with a jumper. Black wire and green wire go to the bottom terminals, and that provides the second half of your signal for up and down motion. That third terminal right there sometimes is there, sometimes not. It does not get used for any purpose whatsoever. The valve is made with a plastic top cover called a conduit box, which can be damaged. And if there's damage, then you can remove the cover, see if it's repairable. Those 3 screws are what take the cover off. The solenoids themselves slide off of a shaft, and the shaft has got a pin in it which actuates the spool valve. And what we see happen is the plastic conduit box gets broken, and then the 2 pins that slide into that conduit box no longer have a good connection, and it eliminates being able to go up and or down on one side. If the box is really damaged, then you won't have any motion at all. But those pins slide into 2 holes right there, 2 slots, and that's what give it power so it can operate. The one way to test this is to, of course, check it electrically across the white and black or white and green wire while you push a button. While the machine is running, if you get power to the valve, then one of 2 things is wrong. The valve's either stuck and cannot move, or the solenoids are bad and need to be replaced. To override the valve manually, there's a small button right there that you can push and actually make the valve work without electrical power. So if you can push this valve in and make the shear go up or down, you'll have the ability to make sure that the hydraulic system is working correctly. And if you push that valve in and it feels like there's something stuck, more than likely there's a piece of dirt or a piece of metal in the spool valve itself, which is located below those 4 holes. The holes, basically, when the valve operates, it connects 2 holes together, one for fluid out and the other one for fluid return. The second set of holes is for the other direction. It's a very simple valve. The pin that you see there on some valves is there so that you mount this valve correctly on the manifold. It will only go on one way. If you have a pin, the pin will have a hole to go in. If you don't have a pin, there will be a hole there that you line up to make sure that you put it on correctly. If the 4 bolts don't start, then you know that it's upside down. When working properly, you have 2 LED lights that will light up and show you the direction and give you an idea that there is electrical power going to the valve. If you have any questions, of course, give us a call. We'll walk you through diagnosis.